Welcome, 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 everybody. Good to see ya. Back on a Tuesday night. On a Tuesday. What's up, everybody? Good to see you guys and gals. Carolina Keith, Professor Keith, just regular Keith, whatever you want to call me, I don't mind. I had to reset YouTube there for a second, so if everyone lags out, don't stress. It'll come back in a moment. Pleasure to have you all here. If you don't know, we've been doing this YouTube thing for a long time now. We started doing this back in 2019, 2020. 3 years, man, twice a week, 3 times a week for the last 6 months. Hey, man, it's been an awesome ride, hasn't it? It's been really, really cool to go as far as we've went and do the things we've done. That being said, hey, look, viewership is way down. We were getting, 150, 200 people there at the height of the bull market. We struggle to get 50 on here now. I realize that most people just don't want to stay up late. Most people don't want to watch live streams that are 30 minutes long. Most of you kids don't want to do that. Most of you want to watch your little short videos, and I'm cool with that. I understand. I'm not upset at all. It's a little bittersweet, right? But we're not going to be doing these live streams 2 or 3 times a week anymore. We'll do our Thursday stream. That's for the community, right? And I get that. I don't want to stop doing that. But 2 and 3 times a week, we're just not getting the coverage that we want. We're just not getting the people that we want. This is why it's important to support us, right? Because we can't keep doing it if we don't have people watching. So most of the time will be short 5 to 10 minute videos that are recorded and pre-recorded that I do right here on the editing software. And then we'll have shorts, YouTube shorts that we do every so often here. I'll put YouTube shorts up as well. They'll only be a minute long, right? We'll keep everybody updated on what's going on. We're going to move on to using the Discord more. Why? Well, that's where all of our real action happens anyway. We just do the YouTube thing to keep people moving. Our Discord isn't all charged. It's free. You don't have to pay to get in our Discord. 786unlimited.com right there has it, as well as there's links below here in the chat box in the description there that can get you to the Discord as well. If you'd like to pay and be a member, you can. It starts as low as $8 a month. $8 is what it costs to get a coffee these days. So for one coffee, you can unlock the full potential of your abilities. So without further ado, let's get into it. Crypto After Dark. Why is my camera not on? There it is. All right, let's go say hey to everyone real quick. What's up, Mullet? Part of the reason we do these live streams, Win Mullet right there. Thank you, brother. Been awesome. Yeah, man, bittersweet, like I said. So let's have a drink, stay in the moment, and not let this go, man. It's been a hell of a ride, and I don't want to stop. So toast to you guys who've been around from the jump. Shout out, salute. Let's get it. Still drinking whiskey on the live streams. Big Tex, Frank the Tank, what's up, brother? You've been hanging around since day one. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Ever Forward, good to see you, brother. Jag, Ron Lowe said I made it do a live stream. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Mango Bango, good to see you. XRP Bullshit, Poochie, J8, Shep Stacks, Ron McDonald, Miss Phoebe, the Queen. Good to see you, ma'am. How are you? Quigs, last Tuesday, go out with a bang. You're damn right, bro. We're going out with a bang. Quigs the Vicious, yeah, thank you, sir. Lou D-O-double-G, good to see you, brother. Bud Wessel, Rope-a-Dope, Eric B, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. Don, what's up, Don? Raging Beagle, what's up, my guy? Good to see you back in the groove here. I love it. Crypto OJ77, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Merc, what's up? Rob M, thanks for all you taught me over the years and all of us, bro. Big help. Thank you, my man. Super chatted $10. Super awesome. Thank you. That'll go on the donation pile. Salute. We also drink anytime a super chat comes in. Thank you, brother. Whiskey. So, all right. Daniel Koontz, what's up? Educated Dummy, Miguel Horn. So, let's jump into the charts now. So, talked about this on the shorts that I did. We're still hanging out over this big bear market line right here. Oh, I got to do timestamps. Hang on. I've been trying to work on timestamps and I want to screw this up. So, Been going for 5 minutes. And that's total. So total market cap, hanging out over the big trend line right here. The good news is here, I talked about this on Thursday that I wanted to see this happen. If you guys remember and you go back and watch the Thursday live stream, you'll see right here I was talking about this. I wanted to see this spot right here get hit, bounce, test, and ride up. And that's exactly what's happening so far. Now, it's not perfect, right? I don't expect everything to always be perfect. That's just part of the game. But that thing tested that V right there perfect, right? Get that V. That thing tested that V perfectly. Now, I want to see it break out right here because you could go down the low time frames, which I'll show you here. You kind of see it's maybe broken out, maybe hasn't. It's kind of a push. So depending on how you draw this trend line, I'm going to draw it 2 different ways for you here because there's argument for both ways. I understand that. Right here's the first trend. You could say, oh, that's perfect. That's okay. That thing broke the trend line and it's back tested it and stayed above the short-term uptrend. You see that white line there. Good. We're cool. The other argument here is that, hey, we never broke the trend and that we're still waiting to break. So I can understand both arguments. I really can. I want to give this thing some time to play out. Seeing as how it's the first of the month and it's the last month of the first quarter, right? We should see some wicks here and we should see some oddball price action. We always talk about March as an interesting month because this is when risk assets are sold off a lot of times because of tax purposes. However, the caveat to that may be some people maybe want to hang on to them risk assets that they're down on. And the reason they want to hang on to them is because for tax purposes, you can write them off as losses, right? And since you can write that off as a loss, well, hey, I didn't make any money. I don't get taxed as much. Okay, so I'm pushed on that idea. I'm not exactly sure. We're really going to have to wait and see here. I'm not sold on it. I want to see what happens first. Worst case Ontario, we just fell back to the big trend line again and right on top of it. And as you can see, it's a bit of a falling wedge right there. And as long as that falling wedge is playing out, we're building pressure and building steam up. That's what I see on total market cap. Someone else, Scott Holman, bro, 10 bones, super chat. Let's go. That's another shot of whiskey right there. That's 3 already. Jesus Christ, I'm going to die on the live stream tonight. Ain't I? But you know what? If we get tore up on live stream, it's totally worth it. Let's pour another, shall we? This is Jameson Black Barrel. Interestingly enough, ladies and gentlemen, over the last 3 years, I've become a bit of a whiskey connoisseur, right? I've learned to love fine whiskeys and bourbons. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So let me pour another one here. There we go. Oh, shit, I hit the desk real hard. My bad. I have this glass desk, and I just hit the shit out of it. All right, another whiskey poured. 6-hour chart whipsawed me to death today. I understand it, man. I kind of planned on this. When we have an end of the month, first of the month reaction like this, I just expect this to happen. And that's kind of exactly what happened. So let's move on. Let's go to Bitcoin. And that's going to be at the 928 mark. Here's the CME chart. Now, if you go out on daily, we appear to be hanging on to the trend line. We already know we're stuck under 25,000, where that 200 weekly moving average is, and also where that 50 weekly moving average is, which I'll show you in a moment, but it's stuck under both of those. We can't get to these CME gaps that you see right here that I have drawn. Those are the red boxes. Those are CME gaps. And if you're unfamiliar for what a CME gap is, it stands for Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Essentially, that's the place where the big boys play with futures. And that's the only 2 assets that are crypto related that are in the CME market are Bitcoin and Ethereum. They turn off on the weekends on that particular market only. Of course, we already know that crypto doesn't stop. It's 24/7. But for a few hours, for a few days every week, that's Friday night till Sunday night, Bitcoin and Ethereum stop trading on their particular markets. And then when they reopen, whatever weekend action happened reflects on the charts. It reflects on the charts. And as you see here, that weekend action happened down hardcore twice. That was back in May and back in June. So in order to close these CME gaps, which means run that price back up to those gaps and stop. We got to break 25,000 first. Short-term trend line seems to be hanging on right now, depending on how we draw it. And if I go down to 4 hour, yeah, it looks a little better. And you could probably say, oh, you shouldn't draw all the way back here, Keith. And that's fine. I understand for those who say you shouldn't do that. I'm fully with you. Even if I do it this way, we're still above it, testing it and twitching around it. But I'll say this, the buy here is when we crack this level right here. See that? I'll zoom way in for you here. We haven't quite broken this pressure wedge. That's what I'll call it, okay? A lot of pressure here building up, and it hasn't snapped just yet. Which way is it going to go, right? People always ask us, well, how do you know which way is it going to go? Well, that's what all of our indicators are for, right? So let's pull up our 3-for-1 indicator, which is 821 EMA and other moving averages. And I only have the 200 up here right now, and I can put the other ones on here, which I'll do now. All right, you see that we are over the 200 moving average, which is down here. The 100 moving average, which is right here, the blue line. All right, that's good. Both of those act as some support. Problem is we're stuck under the 821, and even if we do move up, look at this 50 moving average rolling over right here and kind of pointing down. So that leads me to believe all the price action is going to happen right over here, right? We're either going to see one or two things happen. We're going to see this thing hop over here to this line, play around with this 50 moving average that moves this way and bounce and break, and have moving average extensions right here I can turn on. That'll kind of show us where the action is going to happen. This looks like it could drag all the way out to the third, right? Or actually the second, which would be the weekend. Then this thing will flip around again. And once this thing flips around again, then we're right back into technically a new CME month, or technically a new weekend. I'm sorry, not new CME, technically a new weekend. When that new weekend starts, bam, we're off and running, and we'll see what happens. But not yet. We have to wait and see. I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of torn. I want to see what happens. If we get over here to this yellow box, I want to see a V test, just like we got last time right here on this V. If we can test that V, get that V, right? I want to see it bounce up over this 50 moving average. If it can bounce over this 50 moving average, we'll get some action up, and we can come up here and retest 25K again. We really have to break this 25K level. If we do not break this 25K level, then we're pushing back toward this trend line, and I don't know if we can hold it again, all right? All this doesn't happen. Let's say I'm wrong and this thing fell south. The fairly easily logical answer here is that we break this 100 moving average pretty quickly and we sprint down here to the 200. That's it. That's the two options you got. Either this thing rocks to the side, breaks the trend line, builds some pressure and breaks that 50 moving average, or we break the 100 south and we tag this 200 moving average, which is going to be around 23,000 flat. That's our two options. That's kind of the way I see it. That'll also sweep the lows from the previous week, the 26th. That was a low point at like 22,009, which is right at 23. That would sweep those lows again, potentially make a low time frame triple bottom. If we can do that, make a low time frame triple bottom, there's a possibility we test up from there. One step at a time, though. I can't even be for sure of that. Holy shit, Guillermo. Cheers, Keith. Just opened a bottle of beer to catch your live stream. Dude just dropped 250 pesos. Let's go. Cheers, brother. Oh, that was a big shot. Ooh. I'm going to be tore up tonight. And I got to get up in the morning and take the kids to school. Oh, boy. It's going to be an event. If you guys haven't done so, please go hit like. They're free here. They cost nothing. Likes are free. While you're there, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We're going to do these live streams till the end of the bull market. And then when this bull market's over, I've told you guys before, real quick, I've talked about this before, but in 2025, when this bull market comes to an end, like I said, we're still going to do Thursday live streams. We're not going to do these other ones. When 2025 comes and the bull market's over, sorry, folks, but I'm dropping deuces. I'm only going to do the Discord for the entire bear market. And everyone's going to say, oh, no, Keith ran away. Keith's leaving and blah, blah, blah. Not so. Still going to do the same thing we do, just over in the Discord only. I want the people who want it who want this the most in there. And what I've learned is between the bots and the haters, they're just not in the Discord. They're only here and on Twitter. And I can do without all the stress. It's not necessary. It's not worth it for the people who actually do come and watch. For you guys to have to deal with it as well. So honestly, next bull run, we're going to make our money. I'm going to sell everything like I told you I was going to do. And I'm going to drop deuces and I'm out. I hope you guys come along with me for the journey. We'll probably start doing 2 live streams a week once the bull market comes back. But again, I've talked about that. I really don't think that's till 2024. So there's no point in doing it the whole 2023. You know what I mean? 786unlimited.com. If you guys haven't done so yet, jump over in our Discord. It's free to come into. If you'd like to subscribe, it's $8 a month, starting at $8 a month. It's nothing. Come on, that's one coffee. That's one venti latte at Starbucks. And that would get you your full potential to learn charts. Your full potential. We have tons of material and tons of big brains over there. Jump on over and give it a try, man. What's the worst that could happen? You learn something? All right. So let's go say hey to everyone who asked. Does that mean anything that we started the month above the 58 EMA for the total? Absolutely, Miss Phoebe. Good question. I said I would talk about the weekly charts and I passed right over it. My fault. So here's the weekly chart. We got back up over the 200 moving average for the last couple weeks here on total. Let me erase some of this stuff so we can see a bit better. Oh, Lord, burping up whiskey is rough. We got back up over the 50. I can take this off. We can see everything there. And depending on how you chart this, like I said, over that big white bear market trend line, we're still stuck under the 50 moving average weekly, but we're over the 200. So if we can build some pressure here for the next couple weeks, we can see price action move up here, right? We can see this price action start to break and start to move back north. That's what I really want to see. I want to see it crack and move back north. It may take a couple weeks to do that. Like I said, it's part of the game. Sometimes you got to wait this stuff out. It ain't going to hurry up and go where you want it to. Whaler's green label. Ooh, that sounds good. Terry Brandon, good to see you, brother. Nothing goes. Mr. Phil, what's up, brother? Good to see you. We need you over in the Discord, bro. We miss you. I need all the big brains I can get over there, my friend. Down 79 likes, 39 people. 2 of you better own up. It's pretty good, dude. All right. So, monthly chart, she said. Aha. Yes, very good point, Miss Phoebe. So we're over the 50 and we're trying to break back over the 8 on this particular month. If you see last month, we just didn't make it. We were right there at the 8 EMA, but we stalled out. So it may get a little wonky here for the next couple weeks, right? We're still hanging out over $1 trillion, which is pretty darn impressive. You know, the node catcher brought this up over in the Discord many times that we were just bouncing our head off $1 trillion. Now we're managing to maintain that trillion, but it's psychological. That's a damn psychological number. 1 trillion there, right? So I forgot to write down the total market cap time. I'm going to do 1825. No, I've already done that. And there's going back. 1825 total, and we'll do month. Because I am talking about that total monthly. So, yeah, that's significant in my opinion. We managed to hold on to that 50 moving average on the monthly. We can go back in history and look. We've never failed it for long. As you see right here, we've never failed it for long. And we managed to get back over it now, which I think is important. So this could signify that we've hit the bottom. We're not going to go down anymore. I would love it if that's the case. You see there's no 200 moving average on this chart. It doesn't even exist yet because we don't have 200 months worth of chart. So all we got is the 50 and the 100. Got to work with what we got, right? Exactly. Bitcoin monthly. This is what I want to talk about. BTC. I'll pull up the Bitstamp chart here because I don't keep drawings on it. Nice and clean this way. So just the opposite of what we talked about on total market cap. Bitcoin managed to close on Bitstamp green the last month. Now this is a really, really ugly doji candle, right? I do not like this doji candle that it threw right here. I don't like that. However, at least closed back green. Typically, when we see doji candles at the top, like we see right there, you know, kind of historically, let me say BTC month. It typically means that we're going to see some reversals. Not always. We've seen it with crypto before where we have multiple dojis. And since we're stuck in between the 50 moving average right there on the monthly and the 8 EMA, one would think we play volleyball back and forth here a little bit before it makes a move. That's perfectly fine if that's what wants to happen. I'm here for it. I'm cool with it. But that's a good sign that it did at least manage to close back green, and it did manage to at least stay over that 8 EMA. Next up, I'd like to see it break that 50 moving average and run up here toward this 21 EMA on the monthly, which is at about 27.5. So we'll see, right? Everybody keeps hollering 28, and I understand 28, but I think there's some stuff in the way first. We may end up getting stuck here before we get to that level. So one step at a time, you know what I mean? One step at a time. We'll see if it can crack through and go. Now we did get a tits move here on the regular old daily chart. The 100 breaking through the 200. There are no more tits moves, everybody. That's it. All the moving averages are now in line. So we've got 8, 21, 50, 100, 200. Now we need this to close for the next 2 days for that to happen. For that to signify that it's for sure done, because it could go back down, but have to come way down here for it to uncross. But that's actually a good thing that we've got all these moving averages crossed up in the right direction. It's a sign to me that we've got good support here, even if we fail. So since we've got good support, even if we fail, I think moving forward, it can hang on. We'll see. All right, let's go through some others real quick. No worries, Miss Phoebe, I got you. Yellowstone is a solid bourbon. I haven't had any yet. Yellowstone is heavily allocated where you are. Oh, nice. Danny Deep Pockets, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Love it when he's on here. Terry Brennan, adult Capri Suns. Bro, I drunk them all. I don't have any more. I got to go to the store and get some more. All right, let's look at XRP real quick. I get asked all the time about XRP. So I want to talk about it because a lot of you guys want to know, right? A lot of people ask because it's got a lot of hype to it. And while I don't necessarily buy the hype, I understand a lot of you people care. So problem, don't look so hot. It's underneath the main trend line right here, okay? Not only is it stuck underneath that main trend line, but you see all the spaghetti mess of moving averages that are in the way here. You got the 200 moving average, which is a very, very hard line to break and maintain. And as you see, it did not break it yet. It managed to fail it, touch it, and fail it again. Not great. On top of that, you got the 50 moving average that we just talked about and the 100 moving average, all underneath every one of those. Also under the 8 EMA, also under the 21 EMA. I don't know what to tell you here, folks, but I don't like this setup. I just don't like it. What do I need to see to change my mind for XRP here? Okay. This is how I'll go about it. Here's what I need to see for me to change my mind on XRP, that we're going to see some good upward price action here. Number one thing I need to see us get back over this 100 moving average and this 8 EMA first. After that, I want to see it crack this big bear market line right here that it still hasn't broken yet. That still hasn't broken. Almost every other coin has, especially almost every other top 25 coin. Yet, XRP has not yet. And we can complain and make all the excuses we want for why that's happened. Bottom line is, it still hasn't broken yet. So that's the second thing. Third thing, after we break the 100 moving average and the 8 EMA, it will consequently break the 21. That's fine. Then I need to see it break this 250 moving average that are right near each other, which will likely be the next target, somewhere around 38 to 40 cents. That's going to be the next halt point for XRP. If it can break that, then we're looking at between 44 to 60 cents. And that's the end of the summer. June, July, August. No time recent. Just turned March. Okay. No time recent. Got what I'm saying? I don't hate XRP. Please understand that. I'm completely unemotionally involved. I don't own any. I will buy some for the bull market, just like I'll buy any other coin, but I don't think it's special at all. I think everything that you've heard about it has been hype. People have turned it into something that it's not. It's just another asset to make money on. That's the way I look at all of these. They're assets to make money on, and I'm going to make money on it. If there's money to be made, I want to get a piece of that. So there's my outlook. on the back side of that, how far down do I think it could go if it doesn't get moving here? Well, let's go have a look, shall we? Let's take these off. We'll pull our moving average up here. I don't know if that wick is believable or not, so I'm going to avoid it first. And I'll pull a fib like this. All right, so it looks like 35 cents could be our next base floor price here. 35 cents flat makes sense because that's the 786 area, and it lines up with support over here. If we fail 35 cents, it's going to bring us back down to 30 to 28 cents. 30 cents has historically been a lock hard barrel stock, good price for XRP. It's maintained 30 cents all the way since 2018. So there you go. Top end price, bottom end price. What I need to see to make it go up, what I need to see for it to go down. It won't be news. It won't be hype. It won't be people. It won't be an article. It won't be a news group. It won't be a riddle. It won't be any of that. It'll just be the charts. Just use the charts. That's all that we need. There's my XRP take. So let's I can get it whenever. Let me know. I'll send you some. Ooh, Terry Brennan, talk dirty to me. Hit me up in the Discord, bro. Ichimoku Cloud and XRP looks like it wants to fail. Well, let's have a look at that. Thank you for bringing that up. I haven't looked at the cloud in a while, so we'll pull the cloud up right here, just like so. What's the Ichimoku Cloud? The Ichimoku Cloud is an old school trading strategy that lags a bit. However, it helps take the risk away, but it does take a little bit of reward away as well. However, as a lot of people that watch these live streams and watch on Twitter are amateurs, and by amateurs, I mean you don't do this full time. You don't do it more than 5 or 10 or 15 minutes a day. The Ichimoku Cloud is great because it takes away all the guesswork. It really does. It's awesome. So for the Ichimoku Cloud, the way I like to use the Ichimoku Cloud is I give it 4 check marks for good and 4 check marks or 4 X's for bad. So what do I need check marks for? I need to see it on the end of this cloud. I need to see it green. Right now it's green, but it's just about to turn red tomorrow if something doesn't improve. So for now, green check mark. Next, the red and the blue lines that you see right here, you can barely see them, but they're there. The red and the blue lines, I need to see the blue line, which is the conversion line, be over the baseline. What do I see? I see the baseline over the conversion line. That's no good. That gets a red X. Okay, so now we've got 1 out of 2. That's not good enough, by the way. I want 4 out of 4. So next after that, the lag line, which is this line back here. The lag line is the candles in line form, moved back 27 spaces. That's it. It needs to be over the candles. Is it over the candles? No, folks. No, folks, it is not over the candles. It is most decidedly under the candles. That's a red check mark. Red X, I'm sorry. No bueno. Lastly, I need to see the price above the cloud for a green check mark. We're currently inside the cloud. And then when it's inside the cloud, that means we do nothing. We do nothing with it. And if it means do nothing, guess what, folks? I'm going to do nothing. 3 red X's out of 4. No bueno. I need to see 3 more improvements here before I be convinced of the XRP cloud and be ready for a buy. Hope that makes sense. So, thank you for bringing that up. Now, last minute, I don't get emotional about this stuff, so it doesn't bother me, but 3 years we've been on here doing live streams like this on Tuesdays. It really sucks for the stubborn old Southern me to want to turn away from this, but I think it's necessary. So, I don't want to make it a sad thing. I'm going to make it a happy thing, dude. I enjoyed every single time we come on here. For all the people that I managed to help along the way, thank you for paying attention to me. You didn't have to. For all the people that I couldn't help, well, I'm sorry. I wish I could have. I really do. And I don't hold it personal. I promise you I don't. There's only a couple people I have a problem with in the entire crypto space, right? And you guys aren't on here to see it, so you don't know. I'll still be on here on Thursdays. Thank you very much, everyone. Won't be any Wednesday streams either. Just not enough Europeans watch it. I'm sorry, they watch it after. Almost everybody watches it after. What's no point in doing it live if you watch it after, right? So we'll still have our Q&A in our Discord. We'll still have our Monday roundup in our Discord. And we'll still have our Zoom calls and subscriber voice chats in our Discord. Just not as much on YouTube. I'll leave y'all with this. This has been a blast. Thank y'all all very much. In the words of the late, great, notorious B.I.G., it's the only one we're going to use tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world. Y'all chose to be here with me. You'll never understand how much I appreciate that. 3 years was awesome. I'll see y'all around on the next live stream Thursday. Y'all be good. Sky's the limit. Peace.